I'm still blown away at the various opportunities I had to make money yesterday. Well, I shouldn't say various, the one or two, maybe three. This, the first part of the day was just a choppy mess, but there was a good short opportunity followed by a good long opportunity. I don't know if I can really call this a good short opportunity because we're closing. For some reason, I don't know why puts seem to work worse towards the end of the market unless you're at or in the money. But here's a good long opportunity right before the market ended. But here's what really irritates me, and this is again, I say it again and again lately. I wish I could trade futures because look at this. Let me go to the 515 and let's go to ES. Sorry, I went back to SPY because sometimes I go to recent and SPY's gone. Only ES and VIX is there, which is ridiculous because I look at SPY more than I do VIX. But anyways, um, you know what? No, sorry. Let's go to SPY because it'll show more clearly on SPY. We're looking at the last 5 days. Well, let's look at these days. Okay, big move pre-market, chop do most of the day, and then a final push. This wasn't really much aftermarket. This was the one day we had a good strong move during the market, and that was that Thursday that I missed out on money. But followed by an equally almost as strong fall um, pre-market and some of the open market. So there's an exception there to what I'm trying to say. But here, look, big drop pre-market, big rise pre-market. Basically, look at this. The low yesterday, and this is about 20, this is more than 24 hours of market opening time, or market time, not opening time. Man, I am so out of it. We reached a bottom here at 385, and now we're at 397. So that's 12 points, okay? 12-point move between yesterday at 4 a.m. and today right around market open at 9:16, 9:15, whatever. And most of this move occurred pre-market yesterday and after market today. Okay, the only move that occurred during the market open was 390 to 394. That's the range of yesterday's move. So out of a 12-point move, only 4 of those points actually occurred during the market, and it was just chop, a 4-point move of just chop back and forth. So again, I'm so tired of seeing this, but it's so common that the market has smooth moves and decent follow through only when the market is closed. When the market is actually open, it's just a choppy mess. Choppy mess here, choppy mess here, choppy mess here. We had a smooth move here, and that was it. And I guess you can call this a smooth move down, even though we kind of rallied the first part and then dropped. But it's just it's so frustrating that the time that you can trade is generally the time when it's the most chop. And we've reached, let me read Adam and Tini's tweet. Hold on, I gotta open Twitter, and then even though I had his tweet open before, it will go home automatically. And I clicked on his icon, but it showed me someone else's tweet. Okay, fantastic follow through for ES yesterday. ES tested this core bull market trend line. You know, my rally targets were 3977, 4025, now at 4019. I switched to ES. 4025 is a little bit higher than what I have here. Oh no, I don't want you to auto arrange. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, I don't like having all of this real estate, this screen here taking up all the real estate. 4025 is right about here, so I'm just going to adjust this 4 hours slightly higher. So yeah, so we're about to reach this target. So he says plan today base, then 403845 is next up for next leg. Here's the important part. Bulls want to hold 4,000 now on any dips. 4,000 fails and retest 3977. So this is going to be the next support. So since I'm trying to tell myself to start playing it safer now, what I would like to see is a flush below 4,000 and a tap at 3977, or at worst a flush and a quick recovery of 3977 to go bearish. But I think I need to see the reaction at 4025. If it just simply chops sideways under 4025, then I think that's what Adam Mancini calls an acceptance of the level. So it's probably just going to bull flag or wait for tomorrow's FOMC to have its reaction, whatever it's going to be. As far as a bearish play, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to look to be bearish after this kind of a run until it breaks below 3977. Maybe approaches close to 3955, because I'm going to assume the levels are as follows. 4,000, which, let me change this. I have this daily here. So somewhere between 4,000 and this daily and this top of the bull flag. The next level is 3977, 3955, between that and 3946, 3936. I haven't heard him mention 3925 at all, but I'm keeping it for now. So yeah, whatever. I don't see a bearish play, to be honest. If I see a strong, say a 15-30 minute supply form, and then it falls below like 3995, maybe I can play it at 3977. I don't know. I don't see a play either way, to be honest. The only way I would go bullish is if we can pull back and have a strong recovery at one of the levels. And the only way that I'll be bearish is if we have a clean supply form and a strong rejection and losing one of the levels. Otherwise, I don't see a play that I can make today. Yesterday was the day I should have traded, but again, this. Let me just zoom in. 9:30 to 4 o'clock right here. Now, if I zoom out, you see this nice big trend going up, but when I zoom in, it's a zigzag. So this would have been the best time to go long. This would have been the best time to go short. Like I said earlier, this longing here would have been, unless you're like in the money or at the money, longing here would have been difficult because it's just a choppy mess. If this had a cleaner rise, there would have been a good long trade, but it was just a choppy mess. See how smooth this drop is? That's why this is a good short. How smooth this rise is, that's why it's a good long. But anyways, so of course when you're trading futures, it's just like almost, I'm gonna assume it's almost like trading a stock. If you get in here at $100, down here, or here, so you get in here at $100, it doesn't matter if it chops and goes all over the place. It's still going to be worth $100 when it gets back to that level, if that makes sense. With options, it doesn't work that way. An option might be worth 50 here, but it could be worth 50 here. You see what I'm saying? If it keeps chopping around. So, especially if you're using on the day of expiration. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Let me go back to SPY. Oh, let's talk about the VIX. Since look at this. Why is it doing this? Let's talk about the VIX. Oh, look at this. Now I had noticed this this trend forming like a triangle, and I was hoping we would reject here, but apparently not. We've broken through, and I'm going to assume, since this is a break of the pattern, that this might just pop and rally. Well, not rally, but you know what I mean, fall further down. But man, VIX has been pretty reliable indicator. Um, However, it looks like, so if going back to my bullish plan of going long for a pullback, I may utilize VIX. Let's go to the 15. Let's go to a 515. I may utilize VIX and see if we can get a pullback to either this daily level or retest of the triangle breakout or this daily level to go long. However, to go short, I think I might consider going short if we break above this level and we chop. I mean, not chop. I mean, we go further down or up, I guess. You know what I mean? I wish I could invert this completely. I'm sure there's a way to invert the VIX. I should look it up and consider doing it here. But yeah, that's all I've got right now. And yeah, another. You see my previous videos. You see how terrible I sleep on normal nights. Now imagine you have some, trash girl laying next to you snoring, taking all the covers, kicking you in your sleep, taking up the entire space of the bed, and also reeking of this smell of syrup, like pancake syrup and curry. So yeah, I was sleeping much worse. I'm sleepy now, but this is normal for me. But before, with her here, I was absolutely exhausted, absolutely just destroyed. So while I've lost almost $1,000 of my personal property, I am so glad to have her gone. And I'm starting to really reconsider this whole roommate thing. I could really use the money, but yeah. And now I have this one lady who is sending me messages, wanting to be a roommate, but she seems like she's not quite there. She doesn't quite understand things that I'm saying. So I don't know if I want to have her here. So anyways, I don't get the good vibes. I didn't get good vibes from the last person for different reasons. I don't get good vibes from this person for other reasons. She seems like she's somebody who just isn't very bright and um, would just be an annoyance for me. So I don't know. I have to maybe abandon this roommate idea and figure out some other source of income. But like I said, based on what I'm earning now with this paralegal work, I'm not making enough. No, I'm absolutely not making enough to survive. With my client on the side, it's been supplementing me. It's been helping me be able to buy food. My other client has been out of town for over a month, and I don't know when he's going to be able to train again. So I don't know, man. I got to figure something out. Anyways, this has been a long enough pre-video. Okay, wow, bell just rung and bam, a big jump it looks like. The target is supposed to be, sorry, I'm as usual not focused. 4025, which really is about 400. Actually, no, like 398, but wow, look at that. Just wow. If I went all in at the bell, a few options, like I'm not gonna only go like maybe 3 options here. I would already be up like 30, 40 bucks. Here I am hoping for some sort of a little pullback, and nope, you're not getting that. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go along a couple options. If it can push up a little bit higher and we make our way to, nope, you know what? I just realized that was a mistake. The target was 4025 and I'm going long at the target, and I'm going long when we're at a resistance on VIX. That was a stupid mistake on my part. Oh my God, dude. I don't learn. All right, we'll exit at 44. I don't learn. My stupidity is next level, man. I don't know why I would do something so foolish. I guess I just saw this rally and thought, you know what? Let me see if I can just get a piece of that jump. But I should have realized we're at Adam and Sini's target, and like I said before, we're at VIX. God. Oh, there I go. I just destroyed my whole trading day. Oh, but look, I couldn't see this on my other screen because it was too small. Unless I zoomed in, because I have this VIX on a 515. Let me zoom in on a 115. Even then, I'm not really seeing it, but here I can clearly see we broke down below this. So watch what happens. This may well turn around, or no, these are one of those moments where it's kind of just doing its thing separate from VIX. I don't know. Well, anyways, my trading day is done. I tried to scalp, and I used the majority of my account to see if I can scalp and maybe make 20, 30 bucks. If this pushed up just a little bit higher, I should have tried scalping right at the bell. Or it never even occurred to me to try swing yesterday, but I hate swings. I hate scalping swings. You know what? It actually goes against the whole concept of a scalp to do a swing. But anyways, trust me when I say this is going to turn around and go back up. And probably rally from here. What was it that I got in? 50, 51? Actually, I might be wrong. It looks like this thing's not going to rally. Well, still, it's kind of hilarious that I chose to get in. Remember, I told you, I've said this before. Somehow I have the knack of always going long just when the market is about to turn around and go and drop. I'm 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 great at doing that. If I can just tell myself to go short every time I think about going long, I might start making some money. It's truly hilarious. But look, see, puts never seem to work the same way. It's annoying. And that's a 396. That's 397. Let's go in the money then. Screw it. Look at that. It's just basically it's just going sideways. Whereas if I choose a 399, look at that rise. I mean, it's a 30% increase in the value. Followed by almost a 30% decrease in the value for the call. But I choose, and was that an in the money call? 399? That's not even in the money. But if I choose an in the money put, we went from 198, 180 to 136, but it just seems to be dropping. But anyway, what was it I took? I took the 400. Was it the 400? Yeah. So it looks like it's doing one of the possibilities I mentioned before is that it may reach Adam Mancini's 4025 target and just chop just under that level for a good portion of the day, which would be an acceptance of the level, and then it would increase. But it looks like on VIX we are coming back up, or we're having sort of acceptance of this level. Not acceptance, I don't know what to call it, but we're just basically stuck here. Well, anyways, so today would be another loss. So we can just add that to all the string of other losses. So I'm 10 out of 10 with I don't know what was it was 7 trades last week. I think a Friday made 7 trades that were losses. So today is trade number 8 in a row that's a loss. 8 trades in a row, that's a loss. Man, 80% loss rate. That's something special, man. I probably won't be doing too many of these updates. I'm just irritated at the fact that I've lost 14, no, technically $16 if you count the commission. So I've gone from $284 to now just over $100. But in any case, it looked like we had ourselves a bounce here, and we rose from 26 to 45, nothing huge. And now here's our rejection. Let's see if I find any other confluences. We are rejecting from 4031, so we made Adamantini's target of 4025. And it's possible this may well slowly grind down to 4,000 and then bounce, which is what I should have waited for. But I'm an idiot, so we are rising on VIX. But it looks like, you know what, let's back this up again. This was the next level it could have gone to, but it looks like VIX could come back down here and bounce. But it is strange that from the VIX point of view, we've been grinding down, so you would think on SPY would be grinding up, but it really hasn't been the case. I mean, I guess if you take into account this candle when it was green until that rejection, but now we've formed a clean 15-minute supply, which I'm going to go ahead and put on here. And we're now at 4020. So anyways, I'm pretty certain, although now that I'm going to say it out loud, the universe is going to prove me wrong, but I'm pretty certain that my plan of going long, if this pulled back down to 3977 would be highly unlikely. I don't think this will make it down to 3977 at any point today. But now that those words have been excluded from my mouth, I wouldn't doubt that that is exactly what's going to happen now. So, also, I should have considered this pre-market. I should have considered that this daily had served as a slight resistance before the market opened, and that it may now serve as support, and I could have put a buy-in at or just below it. And had I done that, then I would have gotten in maybe at 27, 28 here, a couple options, and I could have sold at 38, something like that here, just for a quick scalp. But again, all the moves happen pre-market, when the market's closed. That's when the big moves happen. When the market opens is when it's just a choppy, grindy mess. So this is a futures traders market, really. There we go with the metal filings in my throat. Okay, that's enough. I'm out. Yeah, and the VIX today is not Artsfind. Artsfind? It's not working. Let's look. Clearly, we had a little bit of a rise, developed a supply, hard rejection. I should have taken this short earlier, but it just wasn't quite looking like it was going to be a good short. Made it to this major level that I have here on SPY, and I need to start detailing why I put these. I guess maybe I put this as a major level because it was a major level on ES, but perhaps not anymore because I have no level on ES other than the 4,000 level here, so we didn't quite make it down there. So I'm not quite sure what level I have on SPY that I thought was a major level here. In fact, this isn't even labeled. Oh, it is major. Okay, so maybe I was trying to get this and SPY to coincide, but it didn't quite work. Anyway, so as you can see on SPY, we had our little mini rise, supply, drop, and now we're rising again. So it looks like a chop day, kinda, right? But on the VIX, it had a mini rise drop, and it based on the VIX, you would think that SPY is rallying, um, but it's not really. But in any case, I changed my 400 strike to a 398 strike, and see, yeah, if I had followed my plan, although I might have to adjust the plan slightly, we didn't quite make it to 4,000 on ES, but if I trusted this level that I put here, although it could be just complete chance that I put this level where it is, um, if I zoom out to a 1030, this level, well, I think I, you know what, I think I did put this complement to ES. I think I remember now, and I remember adjusting it because of this demand zone that was formed, but it wasn't for the 30. I think it was for the hour or something. No, you know what? Maybe it was the 15. Maybe it was the 15. Let's look. Where is it here? Nope. I don't know why I adjusted it where I did, but wherever it is, clearly it bounced right there, almost to the dollar, or not dollar. It's a few cents off. So, anyways, bounced here. If I had taken this long at 40, um, maybe could have made 20 bucks. So yeah, the moves aren't much today. These are slight moves, despite the fact that VIX is slowly grinding down. This SPY is not actually grinding up. In fact, we're lower. Even though the VIX is lower now than it was when we opened, SPY is lower now than it was when it opened. Or actually, no, we're right back in the same spot, I guess, technically speaking. Anyways, yeah, that's my update. All right, a midday update. Um, as I mentioned in my previous video, price did dip down close to the 4,000 level. But it's funny how I only want to yawn when I'm trying to talk. Dipped down to the 4,000 level and had a little bit of a rise. But then we created a new supply right here. We came back down again, and this is around 12 o'clock. I think actually around this time I went to go take my shower for the day, and we just chopped here, but we did test this whole area, this whole section here was us testing, or price testing close to the 4,000 level. Didn't quite reach it, but came pretty damn close. I probably should have put an alert, like maybe about a couple dollars, a few dollars just above, just to see. But again, I would prefer seeing a drop and a quick recovery. Adam Mancini's bread and butter, the fake breakdown. Typically when that happens, you get a decent rally. But nonetheless, if I had, say, gotten in at 20, which is right now all I could afford, and held it up until, we may go a little bit higher. Maybe this might reach 40. I don't know, but I probably would exit here at 15 just to make that measly $15. That would cover my losses for today. But I didn't take it. I wasn't paying attention. I've been between work and trying to deal with finding a possible new roommate because I looked over my budget and I have no choice. I've got to do it. So, anyways, yeah, that's the update for the midday. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time the market closes, we go even higher than this previous supply that was formed earlier this morning, or we at least reach that point again. And if that's the case, this will probably worth about, say, 50 bucks maybe, which would make me even more upset that I didn't take this long. But what are you gonna do? And here's the irony: this was my plan this morning. That was the plan this morning. The plan was to wait until price pulls back to at or around 4,000. Although again, I would have preferred to see a little breakdown of that 4,000 and a quick recovery. But if that would have happened, I probably would have gotten in with a big chunk of my account. If it didn't happen, I would have gotten in with just a couple options, considering how cheap this is. Um, we're not that far from 9.8, but we are kind of a distance away, but this would have been cheap enough for me to get in for a couple options and to sell for a little scalp, little profit. But yeah, I didn't do it because I wasn't here and I was busy. So this is hilarious. After I made my last video, as I recall, we were somewhere here. I don't remember exactly, and this was rising up. And I had said that I think this will likely make its way back up here. But not long after I made this video, that this started to sell off. Adam Mancini made a tweet. I haven't read it. Let me, out of respect for his efforts. Oh, did he just tweet right now? Yeah, looks like he did. He tweeted, oh my God, I hate Twitter. It's showing me a tweet from him that just came in a moment ago, but the next tweet below that in my alert section is a tweet that he made 4 days ago. The next 3 or 4 tweets were from 4 days ago. I truly despise Twitter, man. Okay, so he just tweeted something right now, but I'm gonna read that. All dips being bought ahead of FOMC after a 135-point rally in ES, spent today doing what bulls want to see, basing at around 4020 and charging up for another run. 4K held nicely with 4038 and 4045 remaining next targets. Decent resistance then, 4060 above. 4K fails, we see 3980. 3980. That was, why is that the next one? Oh, I guess 3977. Okay. But before that, he put in a tweet an hour ago. Good follow through off the 4K support in ES 4022 resistance. First target just hit right back where we started. ES is basing now for FOMC move. Ideally now bulls don't want to overstretch today. 4038, 4045 remain next in target. Okay, so that was an hour ago. We're now 3 o'clock, so around 2 o'clock he sent that right around here. This is like right around where he tweeted that. And I saw this 15-minute candle form, and it was worth, I don't know, when was this? This is 145. No, it was back here. It came down as low as $10. And I was watching it and I thought, you know what? Let me just go in with 2 options. If I can get this, if this can fall to like maybe $11, I can get in a couple options, see if we bounce off 4K again and see how high we can go. But I also wanted to, since there's nobody in the laundry room using the laundry room, I wanted to start gathering up laundry to wash my sheets. But then I thought my pillows stink because of this ghetto girl. And I noticed something too. On her side of the bed, there are these like white stains on the sheets. And then the pillow, she took a pillow and was using that when she was sleeping on the couch. And I looked at the pillow on one side specifically, again, these like white stains, like someone used glue or something. But I realized what those stains are. They're spit stains. So no doubt she's not only snoring, but she's also drooling on my pillow. Ugh. So I spent a good time watching YouTube videos on how to properly clean pillows. So I've got my pillows in the wash right now cleaning, and I'm worried I won't be able to get her stink off of all the pillows. And since it costs like $2.25 for each load, an additional $2.25 for each dry, that's I can't do the math right now too. That's $4.50 per load, wash and dry, and that's 2 loads. So I'm spending like $9 today now. And I've washed my sheets just a few days ago, but I gotta wash them all again. And now I'm washing the pillows because of her disgustingness. But I was busy watching YouTube videos and trying to figure out how to do all that, and we'll go collect my sheets and stuff and to wash that. And I saw this go down and I saw it going up, and I thought, you know what? I don't have a chance to get in with 2 options. Maybe I can still get in with 1 if it dips down. There it is. It dipped down and now it's rallying. So if I had gotten in with a couple options and decided to sell maybe here, when it came up to this supply level, could have made $60, more than $60 today. Man, it is amazing to me that when I think about trading and I don't do it, it would have gone in my favor. But every time I actually do make the trade, it immediately, just like today, let's go back. Where is it? I did the 400. Yep, the 400. 52 is where this thing peaked and has dropped ever since then. And when do I get in? 51. 51. And let's see where I sold. I almost surprised it didn't catch the bottom here. I sold at 44. So somewhere down here, or actually here, that's where I sold. And interestingly, I wouldn't have been able to actually, yeah, even if I held it, I would have been burned. So this is one of those rare moments why I didn't sell right when it was about to turn around. It never actually turned around at this point. But if I had stuck with my plan and not been in moron this morning and traded when I should have, if I had switched to the 98 here, I probably would have switched to a 97 if I waited a little bit later. But I don't know. The thing is, when do you get in? Because this is the lowest point of the day here at 11:45. At 11:45, it's worth $50 here. But then here, again, theta decay and the annoying way the options work, if I get in here, and look, the only clean demand and supplies that were made today is here. And in fact, I may adjust this there. That's the only clean demand that's been made, and then here is a supply. But we've broken through that. But yeah, look at that. If I had waited until later in the day and gotten in here at this very clean demand, I keep mixing them up, and then this little retest here, but whatever, somewhere in here, $35, $40, and held, I could have gotten two options, sold it here at 120 maybe, or actually I would have sold it earlier, probably at 100 down here. Look at that. That's $120 that could have been made today. And the sad reality is, even if I did make this trade today and I made that money, it still wouldn't make up for all the money I've lost in the last week. Man. Wait, I just wanted to show this comparison with options because it's so crucial to pick the right strike and how it can screw you. Remember what I said about how SPY was down here at 395 at 11:45. We go to 11:45 and the price, well, let's go to the 397 strike that I was looking at before. Or let's look at 398. That was the one I was looking at the furthest out. But the actual one I took this morning was this one. This would have been a waste. Not even bother trying to get into that at that point. It's too far out. Even though now it's only like a couple points away. But let's go to the 398. And let's say when it came down here and dipped into the 4,000 or close to the 4,000 here on ES. So this is where I would have gotten in here at 11:45. Let's say I did that for the 398 strike, right? So 11:45, where is that? Right about here. So I get in here, it would have been $25. But look, after it went up and then dipped back down, you're going to be down like more than half your investment. So let's say you bought 10 options at 250. Of course, you're going to want to exit your position at 100 because you're now down $150. I mean, to me, that's not unreasonable. But, you know, it just sucks to even be in that position where you'll have such a big drawdown. But what if you picked the 397 strike instead? If you got in 11:45, let's say you got in at 55, so you spent $55 or $550. Well, here we go. Once again, after this rise and then sudden drop, once we get to this point, you're now down almost 30. Well, 55, you're down almost $250 or $25 if you did just one option. But again, you're down what seems like almost half of your investment, was half of what you just put in. 550, or let's be more realistic. Let's say you got in at 600. Let's say you didn't expect the rise to come. So, no, you know what? Let's be fair. Let's say 550. You know what? Let's say you caught the bottom, close to the bottom, 50, $500. Still, you're down 200 bucks, right? It's not half, but it's close to half of your investment right there. No, god damn it, I'm so sorry. I can't, I'm such an idiot today. I just don't know what to do with myself. It is more than half. 250 is half of 500. So yes, you would be down. No, it's 300. So it isn't more than half. Wow. I need to just bang my head on the wall until I knock myself out, and then maybe I can take a nap. I'm so disgusted with my stupidity right now. So let's say you picked a strike of 396. Now at this point, when it drops down here 1145, 396 is just 1 point out of the money. All right. So you get an 1145 at 396 around. I mean, at the 396 strike, you're probably going to be spending, let's see, 80. Let's say $90. $90. So $900. And even after this dip down, you wouldn't be so heavily in the negative because you're so close to being in the money or at the money. Now, if you chose the 395 strike, you would be at the money at that point. So $150. And look, after it came back down, because you're still in the money, so to speak, theta is not affecting you. So this looks more like an actual stock trade. You don't have to worry about being in a big drawdown. If you pick the bottom here, it's going to be the bottom. It's going to be the bottom. Oh, well, at least as long as the price is above 395, right? So this is where options can play out nicely. Here, if you had a good amount of funds, and you need a really good amount of funds to trade the way I would like to trade, if you had, say, $25,000, $30,000 in your account, screw that, $100,000 in your account, and when this thing came down close to testing the 4,000 level that Adam Mancini gave, you said, you know what, I'm going to go in 10 options at $150. So that's $1,500 you invested. Hey, no problem. You could hold on to it until later in the day, or you can sell pretty much. Let's see, this make it all the way up? No, it didn't quite make it all the way up. But you could sell at any point here. I mean, if you really just didn't care, if you got in at 150 and you decided to sell at 200 to make 500 bucks, so be it. If you decided to sell half of your options here and to hold the other half to see if we get up higher, so be it. Or if you're a ballsy and you decided, you know what, I'm going to hold these until later in the day, well, you've just made yourself 100% profit and plus then some on your trade. So, yeah. Dude, just I don't know if anybody works at an office that uses Adobe or whatever, but it never ceases to amaze me when I get the alert that I have a new email. I'm thinking, uh-oh, got a project, got to do some work, got to look up something. And I look, and it's freaking from Adobe. I mean, they send you an email at least two times every single day. Actually, this is the second one so far today. They sent one around lunch, just annoying, dude. Anyways, I didn't think to do this. I'm glad I remembered. Let's look at the VIX. So remember this morning when I took my trade, we were creeping back above here, and after I took my trade, it creeped back down, and it sort of was just dragging down, dragging down. But I may adjust this 1 hour. I don't know. But look, we pulled back, and remember, see what time this is? 11:45. 11:45, we bounced back against this 1 hour. So here today again, we have the pullback at Adam Mancini's level, the pullback here to the VIX 1 hour that I have, and we have let me go back to SPY, 11:45. We have what looks like a 15-minute demand, but not very clean. But It still was retested here, definitely a retest here, and then bam. So again, if you were able to get an in the money option put call, what is going on? Everything's inversed for me. When it's a demand, I say supply. When it's a call, I say put. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so angry with myself right now. And I'm also hungry, which is rare. I normally don't get hungry at this time. And I'm gonna be leaving soon because I wanted to go work out, but maybe I shouldn't. No, you know what? I just realized I can't because I still have my clothes, my laundry in the wash, and I have to put it in the dryer, so I have to be here. So no, I guess I'm gonna be working out tomorrow. And I don't know how I didn't notice this, but a lady had called me and left a voice message that she's really, really interested in, the shared studio, and she wanted to move in that day. And that was last week, Tuesday. And I thought, man, how did I miss this voicemail? And if I had gotten it, I could have told her to move in and gotten rid of this ghetto girl before she stole my crap. Um, but then I spoke to her on the phone, and she's like, yeah, so, if you can, I want to move in today, and you can give me the spare key today. And I go, well, here's the problem. I don't have a spare key. And the girl that was living here, as I mentioned, I did say this to her earlier. I said the girl that was living here stole my access card, and it's the only one I have. So at present, I don't even have a way of getting in the building. Um, but I work from home, so generally I'm going to be here. So whenever you get home, I can let you in the building. And she's like, okay, that's great, that's no problem. And then she went back to the key issue again, and she just kept going on and on. Oh, but I need a key. I need a key. I can give you a $50 deposit. That's how much it costs to get a key replacement. So if I lose the key, you can always get a replacement. And I said, that's not the issue. The issue is I'm not comfortable giving someone a key right away. What I would prefer is, you stay here for a couple days, see if we vibe, if we don't vibe, and then if we don't, then I can ask you to leave. But I don't want to have you have a copy of the key. And she just wasn't getting it. She kept saying how, well, in a normal situation when you're renting out a room, you get a key. That's just how it works. You always get a key. If I'm at a hotel, they give you a key. I mean, I'm not sure you're understanding what I'm trying to say. I tried to be calm when I said, yes, I am understanding what you're trying to say. But as I mentioned before, the other girl didn't have a key, and she was always able to get in and out of my apartment. In fact, if if I had given her a key, I would be concerned because she would have stolen that as well, and I would have to come out of pocket to pay to change the locks. But all she kept saying over and over again was, "Oh, I need a key. I need a key." So yeah, that's not gonna work. And also, she was talking so loud on the phone, like a 37-year-old woman. And yeah, I can't deal with it. So I just noticed this on VIX as well. Look, it just keeps pushing down. We've had push down, rejection at this 1 hour, then a rejection. But you know what I mean. 1 hour, other direction, 1 hour, other direction. Like it was gonna reject again here or whatever, bounce, push back down. Now we get to the 4 hour, reject, push back down. Now we got to this hour, now push. So it's bam, 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 bam. And it looks like we might make our way down to this one now. But what a push. We've gone from 28 on the VIX to a 21. And let me see what the actual low is again. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. Time to go change the laundry. Let's zoom back to a 6 month, 6 day. 17 was the lowest. When was this? That was February 2nd. Wow. Wow. I can't remember what massive rally happened there. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention too? Remember yesterday when we broke out of this actually I mentioned this today that we broke out of this triangle, and I was saying how usually when you break out of a pattern, the price usually just runs. It just keeps pushing. So, and there we go. Um so we had the bounce at this point, and then it just kept going from there. Man, I just Monday, if you were trading futures and you took your trade from here and you bought your contracts here, at 4:30 in the morning, or even if you got up at 6 or 7 in the morning and you took your trades here, what a massive profit point this would have been if you got in here at 7:30, 8 o'clock, like I'm sure Adam Mancini did, and then you exit some of your positions as you scale out. Just and I believe he did say the next target was 40. Um, Sorry, once again I have to go into Twitter. It takes me home. I don't want to go home. Go into alerts. Click on his icon. Okay, 4038 is the next target. Yep, we're right there. And between 4038 and 4045 is the next target, and we're already there. And look, remember the 397 option that I thought about getting in that was worth no, it was 398. That was worth $10. Look at it now. Wow, man. I will say this though, I think it's interesting that the market is pushing this much just before the FOMC meeting. It makes me believe that um it's setting people up for traps for bulls. But I don't know. Anytime I think something's gonna happen, it does the opposite. Um, so I don't really know I really don't know what to expect. Okay, I'm sorry. I just realized how gross this thing is right here. It was never like that, so I don't know why it looks like that now. Crap. I gotta wash towels, it looks like. And I haven't even washed the comforter that this girl was using because I just don't have enough room. I need a whole other load for that. And she used my laundry cart to clean her because there was one point where I looked in the closet where I keep my laundry basket. That's where I put my dirty clothes. I didn't have much of my clothes in there, but the thing was overflowing to the point where I couldn't even put my dirty clothes anywhere. And instead of this girl saying, "Hey, um, you know, would you mind showing me how to use the laundry and I'll pay for it, whatever, whatever," I had to go to her and say, "Listen, I need to do laundry, but I need the basket, and the basket is completely full with your clothes. So I'm gonna go downstairs, put money on the card, and then show you how to use the card." And that's what I did. But instead of saying, "Hey, thank you for doing laundry, here's some money back," nope. All this girl did in the time that she was here was just take, 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 take. Takes my food, asked me to drive her to and from work, and then to drive her to Miami Gardens, which is like a good hour-long drive from here, um, in one direction, maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours, two directions, up and back round trip. Use my laundry card, um, just take, take, take. And if that wasn't enough, she stole from me too. Man, I don't have words to describe how much I hate that female. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm going off another rant. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm just blown away at this rally pre FOMC. And you know what? Let's hold on. I just want to, dude, what's up with this mouse, man? Okay, FOMC is going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. So the consensus is that they're going to raise the rates by 5%. Can I click on this and get some more information? Fed chair told U.S. Congress the Fed is prepared to increase the pace of rate hikes if the totality of the data were to indicate that faster tightening is warranted. Powell also noted that the latest economic data have come in stronger than expected, which suggests that the ultimate level of interest rates is likely to be higher than previously anticipated. The Fed continues to anticipate that ongoing increases in the target range for the federal funds rate will be appropriate in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive. You know what? I don't even know what the point of even reading this is, because there's been times where the Fed meeting comes, the FOMC meeting comes, and they state the rate that they're going to give, and it's the same rate that they said they were going to give and then the market drops. Or they'll say that they're not going to tighten or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Let me just finish reading it then. Um, to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%, and that restoring price stability will require a restrictive stance of monetary policy for the same time. The Fed raised the target range for the Fed funds rate by 25 basis points to 4.5 to 4.75 in its February 2023 meeting, dialing back the size of the increase for a second straight meeting, but still pushing borrowing costs to the highest since 2007. What is this supposed to be? This is the rate. So in February they raised it up. Anyways, I need to go get my laundry. February. What day in February? Oh, look at this. February 1st. That's when they made that rate hike decision. And I remember what I was looking at earlier with this on the VIX. I was looking at when the last time was the VIX was so low. I looked at February 1st or February 2nd. This is February 2nd. This is the last time that the VIX was so low. Interesting. I'm just still blown away that in 2 days the VIX has made this much of a move. Although it clearly made a huge move between November of last year, October and November of last year, and the Christmas rally really didn't kick in. Anyways, that's enough randomized analysis. Let's end this. Probably gonna be a little long video for the day, considering that I've lost money ultimately today. Although I wonder, since we've just formed a clean supply, what a put would look like here. But I can't do a ODTE put, or can I? Nope, I can't even afford that one. Maybe at $19, but I can't afford anything more than that. Anyways, forget that idea. Although now that I say that, watch overnight, we're gonna have a big drop or something. Who knows?